So here's Arc Goodra. This is what I was playing for most of the stream. We have a 4-2 Arceus and a 2-2 Goodra, and then 1 Radiant Gardevoir. It's kind of like Arceus Duraludon, except with this, you don't mind running something like Radiant Gardevoir because your tanky Pokemon, so to speak, is a 2-prize Pokemon, as opposed to Duraludon VMAX being worth 3 prizes. So if your opponent ever hits the Radiant Gardevoir, they're essentially just adding a knockout. They're just adding an attack to their prize mapping, because they still need to knock out 2 prizers 3 times, or if they add the Gardevoir, that's just a 4th knockout they're taking. So Hisuian Goodra VSTAR 270 HP, Rolling Iron, Water, Metal, Colorless, does 200, and then takes 80 less damage from attacks. And its VSTAR power, Moisture Star, deals all damage. So you can just pop that at any point you want. But a lot of times you are going to use Star Birth to set up for the game, or, you know, take a turn to get a turn 2 like Energy Boss and start off aggressive. So I'd say probably like 70% of the time you'll be using Star Birth, maybe even more. And then every now and again you'll get to hold your V-Star power to use a Moisture Star. The Goodra V does have attacks. I actually got to use Slip and Trip to knock out a Sobble versus a Palkia. I went second. And Quick Bolt away a Water, Melony attached Metal, Slip and Trip 60, which was really cool. I have the Big Parasol in here to protect the Goodra from Giratina V-Star's V-Star power that just knocks out the Pokemon, and also from Amazing Rare Yveltal. But those decks are going to be running Lost Vacuum, so this is kind of like a check. Like, it makes them have Lost Vacuum at that moment. So I think it's still worth the consideration. And then 1 Big Charm, 1 Choice Belt. Goodra does hit for 200, so Choice Belt gets you up into the 220 to knock out any basic V Pokemon. Avery plus Goodra plus Radiant Gardevoir makes Palkia do like no damage to you. And I'm running 4 Hyper Potions so I can heal as much damage as possible, pretty much. Like, so we're going to reduce 20 and reduce 80. And then we can heal 30 with Crystal Cave and 120 with Hyper Pot. I think this is really, really strong. I like this so far better than Arceus Duraludon, but this is really first impression still. But I like it better than Arceus Duraludon because I feel like you can heal more with this deck. I don't know if that's just how it feels at the moment, but... And also, if your opponent is able to take a big knockout, like against Duraludon VMAX, Giratina can pop your Duraludon, which is worth 3 prizes, but I'm not sure if that's actually going to end up mattering, because sometimes Duraludon being a 3-prizer doesn't matter. So, I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Because I do like the fact that Goodra... Like, if we have Gardevoir plus Goodra, we're taking 100 less damage. Duraludon has 60 more HP, but it doesn't take less damage at a time. So, over 2 turns, we're taking 200 less damage, whereas Duraludon still only has 60 more HP. So, if you're compounding the damage reduction each turn, Hisuian Goodra VSTAR is reducing 100 or just 80 without the Gardevoir every turn, whereas Duraludon is not doing that at all. And I think that's where Hisuian Goodra VSTAR has the chance to be better than Duraludon VMAX. Also, it works really well with Melony, like, because you can attack with Rolling Iron turn 2 without using Arceus, because I'm playing 4 Melony. So, like, it's actually really feasible to attack without an Arceus start, which is nice. And yeah, I don't think Duraludon can play Radiant Gardevoir. That sounds like a throw. The other version of Goodra, which Omnipoke built, I believe, yeah, I actually imported it straight from Omnipoke's YouTube video. And I either changed, like, 1 or 2 cards or 0 cards. I don't think I changed anything actually. So this version can abuse Radiant Greninja with Mirage Gate, attaching extra energies onto the board. It doesn't run Fantina because Omnipoke was saying that he doesn't think it's necessary. Like, Goodra already tanks enough, and you can play other good supporters instead of playing Fantina to reduce damage. I don't think that makes Fantina bad, but I think this very straightforward build is good. But something like this would always lose to something like this, because this has so much more healing and damage reduction compared to Omnipoke's straightforward build. So I think they're both definitely good, and they both definitely deserve experimentation. So we have a pretty meh hand for going second, but our opponent went Dark Energy, Galar Mine. Oh, thanks, Belf. Yeah, I'm really happy to be starting a new season because like the whole half season after COVID was just like, it was great to be playing again, but it wasn't the same as starting a fresh season. And I'm having a lot of fun with the Lost Zone stuff, and I think the game is just gonna be a lot more fun for this season. Oh, you might come to North America for regionals? I would love to go to EUIC if I get my passport in check by then. I'm still waiting to hear back about my passport stuff again. Okay. Are y'all ready for this? We're gonna grab the goo. And we're gonna grab a Melony. And then I'm going to attach and then Hyper Pot, healing this fully and removing 2 energy from it. And then Melony. Oh, I should have actually got Quick Ball, not Goodra, since I was going to Melony. So that was incorrect, but it worked out. Okay, that was a very cool first turn. Or first turn attacking and doing stuff, I guess. A very cool turn too. Okay, there's the scoop. Yeah, Empoleon can actually be a very good card now. It's exciting. I need this. The thing is, I could have quick balled for Radiant Gardevoir. Hey Quexy, a deck list for what exactly? I just posted the list of what I'm playing here on Twitter. As soon as Pokemon Card IO gets updated, I'll be posting my lists on there. Oh, but we do have lists in the Discord. Exclamation Discord, and then go to the deck list channel. And I posted the lists that I built last night in there. Just some Lost Zone stuff mostly for now. I haven't built like everything. Yes, Belf, exactly. Hey, Big D. I'm happy to be streaming again. Yeah, no problem, Quex. Alright, so they take a knockout there. Not what we want to happen, but we can deal with it. So we're gonna start out with a Melony. And then Ultra Ball this and Ultra Ball to get Arceus VSTAR. And we're gonna need this. And we need Goodra and Radiant Gardevoir. And then also a supporter for next turn, I think. We'll get Goodra. And then we'll Starbirth for Radiant Gardevoir. And I think Marnie. Did Reshi feel stronger than the straight Zard? Or no, okay, yeah. I haven't played as much with the Reshi, so I could give like a very fickle opinion that doesn't matter because I've played a handful of games with it. And I also got paired into 2 Regigigases in a row when I was using it, I believe, if I remember correctly. So I need to give Amazing Rare Reshi more games. I played Giratina. Just like a pretty basic build for consistency, and it was really, really good. Giratina built towards consistency felt really good. I have gameplay up tomorrow on YouTube with that. And today I'm going to play some Arceus Giratina Pikachu. Oh, that's really good, Quexy. I actually had really great pulls online with this set as well. And multiple people have told me that they've been getting like a pretty good array of ultra rares and also the chase cards in particular online. So I'm not sure if it's just positive bias that I'm hearing the good stories and not the bad stories, but it seems like Lost Origin has pretty good online pull rates. I don't really know how they work, the online pull rates. We don't know anything about them. Okay, so that turn my opponent just attached a Palkia. Calyrex is going to sit out in the active and not really get anything. and just die this turn. So we'll evolve Goodra VSTAR. Do this. And then Trinidad knockout. We'll put another metal here. We'll put a water here. We'll just stack up this Goodra, really. Oh, I'll check it out, Belf. I saw I had a Twitter message before I went live, but I didn't look at it. Thoughts on Goodra? I don't really have thoughts on it yet. Like, my initial thoughts was that it was a top 10 card of the set, and I still, like, that still stands. Here I'm trying to make a tank-based version with the Radiant Gardevoir and the Hyper Pots and everything work. I don't think this is actually the overall better way to play it. I think Omnipoke's list is probably the best way, but I wanted to try and see how much we can heal with the deck for fun and experiment. Maybe this healing tanking build will be better against some things. You know, this game also shows something very important. People are afraid of Ice Rider Calyrex because it can pop things in the active, just go to like 250 or 280 on turn 2. But it doesn't always respond with something else the turn after. Sometimes it just sits there with the Ice Rider in the active like we just saw. It doesn't always have a perfect turn 2 and turn 3, which is something to keep in mind. Okay. Oh, wait, they scooped? Okay. So far I've only played Lost Zone stuff and this Arceus Goodra deck. That's been it so far. Yeah, Mirage Gate really could be looked at like a Trinity charge buff for everything. Wait, Switch is busted here? Question mark? No, it's not. I'm not going to switch because I think they're going to boss the Arceus anyway. we are going to go ahead and do this. Okay, now Trinity Charge, and we're going to put one water on the active so that we can actually Melony next turn and draw cards. Okay, that's the plan here. Followed you and joined the Discord, saw your content on YouTube and felt inspired to play. Yo, Church, that's sick. That's literally why I create content. Welcome to the channel and the Discord and everything. If you have any questions, don't feel afraid to ask. That feeling when you're super excited about a card in a set and it's super underwhelming. Oh no, Pro Circuit. Which card was that? The only card I went in with excitement about really was Comfy, because I knew it was guaranteed to be good. Like, I had no doubt. Okay, they went with the fly, and they got heads. What do we even say to that? I think what we say is potentially just Trinity Charge again. We'll put one more here. And then we'll also go here. Because, you know, we have Hyper Pots in the deck. We're playing 4 Hyper Pots, so extra energy to discard to heal is big good for this deck. Marnie getting rid of Crystal Cave Melony. That's fine. We play 4 Crystal Caves and 4 Melonies. Okay, thank you for missing Fly this time. We'll retreat with both so we get the Melony. Oh my god. We have so much Hyper Potion. This looked a little scary going into their turn 2 since they had the Decidueye and we just have our Arceus out here waiting to be knocked out essentially, since this deck doesn't play Dunsparce and shouldn't play Dunsparce. But it's not going too bad. They still didn't get the evolution, so they just hit us for 200. We'll just retreat that. Are we gonna Marnie? No, I don't think we're gonna Marnie. We will Ultra Ball away, Quick Ball, and Bucket. Or another Goodra VSTAR, though. Yeah, so Lost Origin is not legal for Standard, but that really only applies to regional championships. So it really just, and for like competitive events, like official events, like online on Play Limitless, a lot of events are going to start allowing Lost Origin yesterday. A lot of local leagues and local tournaments will start allowing Lost Origin on release, but just for official Play Pokemon events, it's not legal for another 2 weeks. And of course the PTCGO versus lets you start using Lost Origin right away. So I'm getting to play with all these new cool cards, and then Baltimore regionals next weekend without Lost Origin. I really wish they would have just made Baltimore 1 week later. Like, that's all they had to do. Escape rope. I'm pretty sure we just give them the Radiant Gardevoir here, because it's not doing anything with path in play anyway. Hey, Pumpkin Amy with the raid. Welcome, everyone. We're playing with the goo. Amy, I haven't spoken to you for a while, but I hope you're doing well over there. Yeah, they're not even touching our Goodras. Oh, man. Yeah, life do be doing that sometimes. Okay, let's attach this and heal. And then, like, I don't think there's any way we lose this game. I don't think there's any way. Oh, don't worry, Pumpka. I don't think I ever raid without raiding and running. Like, whenever I raid, it's usually because I just got finished streaming and now I'm going to go lay in bed and stare at the ceiling for 30 minutes and recharge my social energy. So I completely understand you. Everyone, if you're new here, welcome. What's up? Exclamation Discord and exclamation YouTube if you're interested in staying connected with me or seeing my other content. The Discord's really the best place to connect with me, though. Better than Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, because everything I do, I will share it in the Discord. And then you also get all of the people in the Discord as an added bonus. All the new players, old players, everything in between. What's up, 9card? Yeah, we're messing with the goo right now, and it's going very well for me. Let's see. So, we'll go ahead and put a charm here. And then swing. Thanks for the follow, Thaddeus. Helios Cantos. Saw your Sableye video today. Hope I get some of my next packs. Yeah, that deck is sick. The single prize support is sick. I mean, even if you don't get them in your packs, those are probably going to be super cheap. because they're just rares, or maybe even uncommons. I'm not sure. But I don't think, other than the Comfeys might be expensive because it's the best card in the set, but I don't think the rest of that deck will be very hard to build. Oh, Uber, no worries. PokemonCard.io doesn't have Lost Origin cards yet, I don't think. But when they do, I will have mine up there. Here we go. This is the super play. We're going to heal this with Hyper Pot. And then Melony. But I do have my lists in Discord. After I stream, I will also add more lists. Oh, beautiful. Hyper Potion, Crystal Cave. It's like our Goodra was never even touched. Would you still play Pumpkaboo and Mew or third I honestly don't know. I probably am not the person to ask that. I would just stick with whatever Andre played for now. Yeah, Omnipoke's list, I think, is going to be the norm. This is a lot of fun, though. This healing and tanking with Gardevoir. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I typically have a lot of opinions on a lot of decks and cards. I just don't really have a lot of opinions on Mew VMAX. Okay, and we win there. I'm really hoping I get to do the play where I attach to Goodra and use like Slip and Trip turn 1, and then I get hit for a good amount of damage, and then I just evolve, attach, pop my V-Star power, and start swinging. That's what I hope to do here, because we'll actually get a turn 1 knockout. So that's perfect. What are you gonna do when the goo comes for you? I swear if my opponent scoops because I knocked out their Sobble, that's going to be hysterical. Oh, it still makes them switch? What? That can't be correct. It makes them switch and then it comes up and then... I mean, they're going to have to promote a new Pokemon anyway, but it's weird that it knocked it out after it went to the bench. That was odd. Amazing Rare Reshiram might also be a sick deck. I posted that one in Discord. That one I haven't played with as much, though. Yeah, this first turn was so good. And they gave Goodra 220 HP. They made a lot of design choices in this set that like tell me they're paying attention to what they need to do with the cards. Yo, Ant, what's cracking, man? 95 bits. Thank you for the bits, brother. All I need is your company, though. The bits are a nice addition. Yeah, they started thinking about things more in depth with battle styles and then really just upped the ante recently. Oh, the bid inflation went up. Jeez. Hate to hear it. So I'm not even going to have to pop my V-Star power here. The opponent didn't end up doing anything. Maybe because I knocked out their Sobble turn 1. Who knows? Do I want to put Arceus down? I might end up wanting the Starbirth. Oh, Anthony, the Lost Zone is everything. The Lost Zone is nuts. I watch like a few minutes of my video, even just from today with the Sableye deck. The Sableye just is so much fun. I also made a Twitter thread about it today, how like the Lost Zone mechanic was just so well designed. In my opinion, they designed it like almost like a leveling up like RPG type system. Like the best way I could describe it is either the level up mechanic in Magic or the quest cards in Hearthstone. That's what it reminds me of, and I love both of those mechanics. It's almost like a side quest that you're playing during the main game of the TCG. Like, because when you get 4 cards in the Lost Zone, you get to attack for free with Cramorant. When you get 7 in the Lost Zone, you get to use Mirage Gate. When you get 10 in the Lost Zone, you get to use Fantina or Giratina, which Fantina, Giratina. They're connected. I never said Fantina and Giratina together before out loud, and noticed that they both have Tina in the name. Like, the Lost Zone was cool in Lost Thunder, where like your damage scaled up with Lost March, like as you added more cards, but it was very basic. It was like, okay, I add a card, I get 20 more damage. I add a card, I get 20 more damage. With this, it's much more abstract. Like, there's no difference between 4 cards and 5 cards in the Lost Zone, but if you get to 7, then Mirage Gate's unlocked. And there actually is a Lost March type card or type attack with Porygon 2, I believe. It does damage based on the tools that are in the Lost Zone, but that's more of like a rogue, like maybe fun tier deck. I don't think that one will actually be competitive. Could be, I just don't think it will be. Fantina and Dialga? Oh, Lost Zone Dialga. I haven't done that. I haven't tried that or even seen it played yet. My goo ain't supposed to have a structure. It's funny because I forget what regular Goodra looks like by now because I've been seeing this so much. All right. We're gonna go ahead and get Avery and Choice Belt. What a turn! What a turn! That's incredible. Oh, thank you for the tier 1, Uberden. So for anyone coming back into the game, new to the game, whatever, I'll just bring up the cards. I know we got Balone in the chat. Balone's a good friend. He just intermittently plays the card game. So bring up the card for all the Balones in the chat. An anonymous gifter gave SkyBishop2 a tier 1 sub. Yo, anonymous gifter, thank you. And SkyBishop2, congratulations on a tier 1 sub for 13 months. They just took so many good concepts with this set that they normally would have powered down because they could have been too good in the hands of skilled players. And they took risks, this set. They took risks. Yeah, so it essentially in this deck, a lot of times you are going to pop your V-Star power for Star Birth, but when you can Moisture Star. And you take 80 less damage from attacks. And I'm playing 4 Hyper Potions in the deck, and I'm also playing 4 Crystal Cave. So we can just heal a ton. Oh, we also have Radiant Gardevoir. All of your Pokemon take 20 less damage from attacks from the Pokemon. So they're going to hit us for like no damage, and then we're going to heal it all. And then they're going to scoop. Too many people on PTCGO just don't play out the games and let me get good games. They're hitting for less than 100 damage here. Which is crazy. Okay, Path to the Peak does shut off Radiant Gardevoir, but that's fine. Because we'll do this. And then this. And then I'm actually going to heal this. So we're going to attach here and Hyper Pot that. And then swing. And then that should be game. Hell yeah, below, that's lit. Early scoop equals table flip. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people flip the table at me on PTCGO when I'm trying to show off these new decks. Thanks for the follow, Thomas. Let me get the chat thing up. Make the chat a little bit bigger, but then drop it down. Okay, Temple of Sinnoh, but that doesn't hurt me. I'm knocking them out next turn, so none of this really matters, because they can't knock me out this turn. I guess if they, like, rope cross-switchered, they wouldn't be doing -80 anymore. if that's something available to them. Let's thin the deck, I suppose. Or not, there's no evolutions left. We do have 2 bosses in the deck. So swing, and we reduce damage by 80 again. That 80 damage reduction every single turn is pretty absurd. What's the first next to my name mean? That means you're a founder of the channel. Founders mean you were either in the first 10 or 25 people to subscribe to my Twitch. I forget if it's first 10 or first 25. Urbu, yeah, definitely. Drop it in the deck lists channel, and I'll be checking that channel after stream anyway. Because I'll be dropping some more lists of mine in there. I've got a case tourney tomorrow with Lost Origin. I have Dialga and Zard Intel. I think Zard might be the best deck in format if you're comfortable with it. Okay, so now we're just stuck here for a little bit. Yeah, you probably used like Twitch Prime to sub to me back in the day. All right. We'll put this here and then Marnie. We need Stadium and double turbo energy. Grab a Pokemon to put at the bottom of the deck. Okay, we're getting closer. So if you think other people will play Zard at your locals, the Drudagon is an okay attacker, but also Palpad to reuse Raihan more often is also good for the mirror match. Yeah, I have seen those, Uber. I have one built that I'm gonna play tonight. It's Arctina with Flying Pikachu. Yo, Azul raid with 295 people. Look at that. That's a lot of chickens. What's up, everybody? We're just finishing up a game here against Palkia with the Goo.